400 more feet to go. Getting there. I don't know if we're ever going to get there. I love this section. Saw a big black bear.
Hey guys, getting ready to go on another adventure here. We're in the Windham Blackhead Mountain Range, which is in the Windham Blackhead Range Wilderness in the northern Catskill Mountains of New York State. This is going to be a little loop hike I put together. It does involve a short road hike. It's about a 3-mile road hike from this trailhead down the road here, down Route 23 to the Peck Road trailhead. It's kind of hard to put loop hikes together in the Catskills. They almost always involve a little bit of road hiking, and this one is no different. We're going to be going from the Peck Road trailhead through the Windham High Peak mountain to Burnt Knob, Acra Point, down to the Batavia Kill Shelter for night 1. From the Batavia Kill Shelter, we're going to go through the Blackhead Mountain Range, over Blackhead, Black Dome. We're going to hit Thomas Cole, Camel's Hump, and then back to the Elmer Barnum Road trailhead, which is down here. This is a super quick overnight trip. It's not starting until 3 in the afternoon on Thursday the 2nd. We're finishing by like noon on the 3rd. It's 15+ mile trip. Really looking forward to it. Let's get out on the trail.
Pretty cool little rock wall someone took some time to build. The trail's pretty mellow so far. I mean, it's a slight uphill, nothing real crazy. It's a little sloppy, a little muddy as you can see, but it's nothing bad. I think they've had some rain up here, some thunderstorms the last couple days, so it's to be expected. So there's my gear. The other thing too I want to mention is where I'm heading. The Escarpment Trail is known for being exceptionally dry. So I'm going to load up on some water. There's a nice spring right here. The next place I'm going to be able to get water is over by the shelter that I'm staying near tonight. So I definitely want to fill up here. And pretty cool ledge. Just about at the shelter now, so that's probably where you'll see me next. It's beautiful here, beautiful. I love this section. Look at these trees, they're huge. Up, 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 up. I don't even know how tall they are, but they're big. Bugs are on me here a little bit. Alright guys, so I'm going to keep going. I'm going to start going a little bit faster here. I might not be recording as much. I want to make some good time and make sure I can get to the shelter I'm going to stay at before dark. So this is what I've been looking at the whole way up. No views yet. I mean, in the early spring or fall, late fall, winter, there'd be so many views on this trail. It'd be beautiful. But not happening in the summer. It's all grown in. But you can see the 3,500 foot elevation sign, so that means we are just about at Windham High Peak. It's around 526, I think, right now. So let's get on over to it and see what it looks like. Well, it looks like we're going to get our first real view. So I'm dropping the pack and heading over here. It always feels good to have the pack off, that's for sure. Even though it's really not that heavy. My base weight today, by the way, was for the first time ever under 10 pounds. Base weight was like 9.5 pounds. So I was pretty happy about that. I didn't weigh it after I put my consumables in there, so I don't know what it is with food and fuel, but It's still pretty light. All right, so let's see what we got. It's not a bad view. That's where we're going to be tomorrow, I believe, hiking over that range right there back down to the parking lot. This one right here is Black Dome. This one right here is Thomas Cole, and this one is Camel Hump. Over to the left, which I don't know if we're going to be able to see it or not, behind Black Dome is Blackhead Mtn, like over there. Over here on the other side of Windham High Peak, we have a view north up to the Adirondacks, overlooking the towns. Beautiful, beautiful. Well, guys, I started going, and I came across another vista, and it was just looking too good. There's a nice breeze running up here, keeping the bugs off. I'm stopping to get something to eat first. Chowing down on some homemade gorp, and then I'll get back on the trail. Just look at this view. Pretty cool rock formation. Be a nice place to sit if it was a rainstorm. Losing a lot of elevation now. We've already lost about 500 feet. Heading over to Burnt Knob. Getting there. Just saw, well, not just saw, about a half hour ago, saw a big black bear. I was on a vista like this, and it was, you know, down there, flipping rocks over and tearing fallen trees apart, looking for bugs, I guess. He was a big boy. But anyway, just about to the shelter. I guess another 2.5 miles maybe. It's going to be somewhere right around there. That's where I'll stay for the night. Then tomorrow we'll go up this. So it's around 7:20 right now. So I still have, I think sun sets at 8:35, and last light, you know, it's around 9. So I should be there before dark. 2.8 miles to the Batavia Kill Trail. It's a very nice night. I haven't seen a soul out here since I got here. Nobody. The last people that signed in on the Trailhead register were 2 days ago. You know, now there's a couple other trailheads that were coming along. You know, there's different ways to access this trail, so there's a chance there's going to be some people at the lean-to. I think I actually heard some people shouting and hooting in the distance far ahead, so they could be there already, I guess. I don't know. We'll find out. Either way, it's a full moon tonight, so it should be pretty awesome out there. They're not forecasting any rain, so I'll probably leave the tarp in the snake skins. I don't know. We'll see. It's a nice trail, though. I really like it. It's not as rugged as like the Burrow Range that I've hiked before. I've hiked that in the summer and in the winter. And this has its sections, but it's overall, it's nowhere near as rugged, not as many scrambles, you know, rock scrambles, but I like it. It's a nice trail. Definitely has a lot of potential for the winter. I think I'd like to come back here in the winter when there's some snow on the ground. So we'll see. Another beautiful vista. This was Burnt Knob. We just came off of that. And then behind that is the Windham High Peak. That was the first mountain that we went up.
Morning, guys. It's around 5 in the morning. I got into the lean-to pretty late last night. It was around 8:30, so it was starting to get pretty dark. So I didn't really film a whole lot. Got all set up. Made some food, had some dinner, went to sleep. By the time all that was done, I was cleaned up and I hung my bear bag and got to sleep. It was like 10:30, I guess. Nobody else was here last night, except tons of porcupines that were eating and chewing on the shelter all night until like 1 in the morning. I mean, I'm like 150 feet away from the shelter and it was still super loud. You heard them chewing on it. The shelter is one of the worst lean-tos I've ever seen. It's all chewed up and destroyed and messed up. I'll show you in the daytime here before I leave. It sits so tore up from the porks. But anyway, good morning, guys.
So here's the Batavia Kill shelter. Not that nice. You'd see it's really swampy around here. A lot of standing water. The shelter itself, you know, your typical lean-to. It's got a fire pit, and it's not in good shape, unfortunately. You can see a lot of holes in the floor that people have just filled in with rocks. It does have an asphalt shingle roof that, you know, it's certainly not new, but it doesn't look like it leaks. Like I said, you can see all the standing water. It's all kind of swampy around here. But here's what our friend Porky was doing last night. You can see he was going at the lean-to pretty good. And it is a beautiful morning. I guess the lows got down into the mid-40s last night. That was the forecasted lows. Anyway, it felt every bit of it. So it was a beautiful night. Good sleeping weather. Not a cloud in the sky. So I'm going to go get packed up and then head out of here. All right, guys. It's 7:30. Had my coffee. I've had my oatmeal. I've cleaned up camp. I've broken down camp. It's time to get on the trail. Let's go. I have to say, there's no shortage of beautiful little streams and some small little waterfalls this morning. All right, guys. Well, I made a wrong turn. I wound up going south down the trail by the shelter. I don't even remember what it's called right now, but went the wrong way. So I went about a quarter of a mile. Had to turn around. But I made good time, so whatever. It is what it is. Got to see a nice creek all the way down the trail and some waterfalls, so I wouldn't have seen them if I didn't make a wrong turn, so I guess everything happens for a reason. Alright, so now we're back on the right trail, heading up the mountain. So So I'm gonna have a decent amount of elevation to gain here. According to my GPS, I'm about at 2,850 feet right now. We're heading to Blackhead Mountain, which has an elevation, I believe, of 3,940 feet. So I got about 1,000 feet, 1,100 feet to gain in about a mile. So it's going to be pretty steep. It's already somewhat steep. I know it doesn't really translate well on camera, but there's the trail. Pretty steep. A little hazy out there. It's very comfortable though. It's probably in the mid 60s, I guess. Not too humid. This is looking north to the Adirondacks. You can see this river right there. That would be the Hudson. And those mountains over there beyond the Hudson would be the Green Mountains in Vermont. So there'd be the Green Mountains. And over there, I guess it'll be the foothills of the Adirondacks. 400 more feet to go. Well, 440, I guess. See you guys at the top. Now, the sign said 400 more feet of elevation to gain. I don't know if we're ever going to get there. So, this last section of trail is pretty intense. This is looking straight ahead, and that's where we got to go. It's been like this for like the last several hundred yards. This is a pretty good scramble. So here it is, Blackhead Mountain. Not much of a view unless you like trees. It's fully grown in all the way around. But I'm here. So now, you see we've gone 10.4 miles so far from Route 23. Like I said, I started yesterday around 3:15, 3 o'clock. Got the camp around 8:30 and left around 7, but wasted half a mile going the wrong way. So now we're going to Black Dome Mountain, which is 1.3 miles away. All right, let's get going. That is what I am going back up. That's Black Dome. In the col between Blackhead and Black Dome, there's some primitive campsites apparently. I'm not going there, but for anyone else who's going to be doing this hike, that might be a good spot to stop if you get an earlier start on the day than I did. Alright, back at a trail junction. We just came off of the Blackhead summit, and we're going to Black Dome, ultimately going to Elmer Barnum Road. So we have 0.6 miles till we get to Black Dome, 1.4 to Thomas Cole, and 4.3 to the car. So that's where we came from. That's Blackhead. This is what we did yesterday. Did all those peaks right there. Camped somewhere down here in this col between this peak and Blackhead. And hiked up this morning, back down, and up where we are now. Well, Black Dome and Thomas Cole really don't have any views, so I didn't film anything up there. I took a couple of pictures, you'll see. But that's it. Off now to Camel's Hump, which supposedly has some views, so we'll see. So I believe I am at Camel's Hump right now, that ski area over there. Over here. I think that's Cortina. There we go. View from Camel's Hump. This is at 3,520 feet. Alright guys, getting close to the end here. That right there is the first peak we hiked when we started this trip. That's Windham High Peak. We followed along this ridge all the way down to over there. And now we're here, we're past Camel's Hump. There's only like another mile and a half to go, maybe, give or take. He's almost to the car. Just a couple cool rock formations here. There it is, the car, hike's over. It was a good one. I hope you guys enjoyed.